All right. Part 3 of In Carnuntum. Hippocrates cured many illnesses, and then fell ill and died. The Chaldeans predicted the deaths of many others in due course. Their own hour arrived. Alexander, Pompey, Caesar, who utterly destroyed so many cities, cut down so many thousand foot and horse in battle, they too departed this life. Heraclitus often told the world would end in fire, but it was moisture that carried him off. He died smeared with cow shit. Democritus was killed by ordinary vermin, Socrates by the humankind. And you boarded, you set sail, you've made the passage. Time to disembark. If it's for another life, well, there's nowhere without gods on that side either. If to nothingness, then you no longer have to put up with the pain and pleasure, or go on dancing attendance on this battered crate. Your body is so much inferior to that which serves it. One is mind and spirit, the other earth and garbage. Yeah, so this one's it's very similar to some of the stuff that he was saying on the River Grand among the Quadi. Just that if this life is the end and there's nothing past, then we won't be there to experience that. So we can't be harmed. You might have quite a painful death, as he outlined some of these people did or did to others. But after that, if there's nothing, then you can't experience anything. But if there is something there, then the gods, or whatever you want to call it, fate, nature, there's something on the other side that will, and again, there's an element of faith here, certainly. But there's something on the other side that's going to take your hand or help you through, and just as it does in this life. And he's saying here, he's really definitively saying that our minds and who we are and our thoughts and feelings of what makes up us and what makes us us is a lot more valuable than our flesh and our bodies, and so much so that and knowing that he believes in God and in an afterlife and such, so much so that, and you can really understand why. I mean, if this body fails every single person, but if the spirit and mind are endearing and can go on into the next plane of existence, then really, I mean, it is nothing but our bodies are made out of earth. I'd be, I can get what he says, garbage. Like, it's, if one thing is infinitely living and endearing, and the other thing decays after 80 to 100 years, I guess it would just turn to garbage. At least my garbage is useful for me right now, and doing everything I can to look after that. There's not really much to add, though. I feel like we've really talked about this in great depth in other ones, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. All right. Thanks for listening.